the whole word of mouth thing, which was Octane's best friend when that
right.
kind of original phenomenon around here,
Right.
We started playing in front of 20 people, and it just ballooned out from there with word of mouth. And
yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, when you're good enough, and you guys, I mean, I think are amazing, you can't help but grow, and your music fills a lot of different niches. I mean, hell, I played your music for a lot of my friends. Even my mom loves your stuff too. I mean, because you can, like I said, you got some cool ballads, you got some cool heavier upbeat stuff, you got some bluesy stuff. So it fills a lot of needs out there. A lot of different people are gonna like it. But
just we want to just get it out to as many people as possible, and just spread the word. And that's really all that we're doing is just writing. We're just huge fans of rock and roll music, so we're just writing what feels like is coming to us. I hate getting criticized. It goes in too many different directions. It's not like we're doing bluegrass and death metal.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, absolutely.
There's not a bluegrass it's all rock and roll to me. I mean, I can't imagine how could it be wrong if it's just honest. You know what I mean? And coming from the heart, and that's what let's just write what we write.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, as far as talking about Philly, the most important question: Pats or Genos?
Pats or Gino? I'll tell you, I've logged a lot of hours at both. I've probably logged a little more hours at Geno's than I have at Pat's, but I do like Pat's.
Yeah,
I like them both. It's hard to tell. Actually, my family, there's a place up in the Roxborough section of Philly called Delisandro's. They're probably my favorite right now.
Yeah,
I haven't had any others that really slam dunk there. It's unbelievable.
Very cool. And I've also noticed some videos you guys have up on YouTube and on your webpage, I believe it was there. Christmas show with Tim Qualls, and you and Danny. I think this year the whole band did it too, doing an acoustic set, playing some Christmas tunes, and it's pretty amazing stuff. How'd that come about?
When Danny was doing a project years ago called the Elvis Experience, he did it was like a big rockabilly type thing. He did obviously he did a lot of Elvis, but he threw some other stuff in there as well. And it was a cover act that he had been doing years ago down on South Street at a bunch of the clubs down there.
Right.
Excuse me. So he had done this Christmas show every year. It's like basically a charity event. Nobody gets paid for it. Just have a bunch of regional artists go down. And Tim Qualls had Danny on the show years and years ago, and Danny had just done it every Christmas. So it's just something he and I, even prior to FOSTERCHILD forming, he and I have been doing it for years, probably about maybe the last 7 or 8 years.
Right.
And we just love doing it. Everybody at the show is great. Tim Qualls and Kevin, all those guys. So it just came about. So it's something we look forward to every year. Like even the year we're on tour, we came home so that we're able to do it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, especially the one Billy Squier cover you guys did. I love that one. I even played it on my show during Christmas time. So.
Yeah. Nice. That'd be great too.
Yeah, it was awesome. But can you co-host the Spike podcast?
Yeah, I did one with him so far.
And what's that?
We did one together so far. He'll just pick a random subject, and then every once in a while, I think he has like a ton of different guest hosts that he does. But he'll just randomly be like, "Oh, dude, this one's definitely for Quinn. I gotta give him a call on this one." So
that's cool. And
did that with him. He's a good friend of ours. He was really instrumental in helping personally my career in Philadelphia.
Right.
Since I started out here, he was pretty much basically the engineer behind the whole thing that really went on with Octane in the region, just getting us some airplay and really pushing for us to go next level.
Very cool. And and I also saw that Danny was voted one of the top Philly singles. Yeah. He took one for the team there. He was he was a sport. Yeah, they were having this thing, and we have a publicist who's excellent, and is always just fishing for those opportunities to get Danny's face and name out there. He's a handsome devil.
and chicks seem to really dig him. So,
he must be loving that.
It's just that, the thing is coming up in Philly. I want to enter you. So she, he was like, yeah, whatever. And Danny's just such a free spirit, and just was like, whatever. Yeah, he's like, yeah, go ahead. And he ended up getting picked for it. So
that's
that was
awesome.
Pretty funny. he got his nuts rocked pretty hard over it, but it was, he was a good sport about it, man. He definitely took one for the team.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hell of a lot better than being voted like one of the ugliest dudes in Philly, I mean, it's not a bad thing to be involved in.
In Philly or something.
But on the Independence Day CD, you guys finished the CD up with a cover of Hunger Strike from Temple of the Dog, and Hugo from Tantric did shared in the vocal duties. How'd that idea come up to cover that tune?
We've been talking with our label president at the time when we were with the label we were signed with. I think that actually came up the day that we signed our record contract. We were up at at a hotel in New York City, and we just signed all of our contracts for the deal. And we're sitting down, and the guys from Tantric showed up afterwards, and we're going out to celebrate in Manhattan for a couple hours. And we were just sitting there talking, and Jeff Hansen, who was our label president of our label at the time, he had mentioned, he's like, man, I would really love to get Danny and Hugo together on a song. We just, it just have to be the perfect song. And I don't know, I think it may have been Danny, because he and I had been talking about doing it, or we had been doing it acoustic. And it was either between Jeff or Danny, or Jeff, Danny, and Hugo, and one of them mentioned it. And we just said, what about Hunger Strike from Temple of the Dog? And everybody just looked at each other like, yeah, immediately we got to get this done, just because, Hugo has that really low baritone voice,
right?
That that really lends itself to that Eddie Vedder part, and Danny obviously is able to hit those stratosphere notes that Cornell hits.
Yeah.
So it just seemed it was just a logical fit, especially for both of their voices, and then on top of that, I mean that band was just powerhouse. It was such a badass album. It's one of my favorite albums ever.
Hell yeah! And like I said, you guys pulled it off awesome. I mean, recorded, it's great, but then when you guys were doing it live, when you were touring together, it just took it another level. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. I really liked it. I'm kind of hoping that we get a chance to get back out and do some dates with Tantric.
Oh, that'd be cool, definitely. And you guys got any merchandise for sale? T-shirts or anything?
Yeah, with the online store that'll be up at FosterChildRocks.com.
All right, cool.
Within, like I said, probably within the next few days. We just got everything up and running with it, and got all the all the merchandise stocked for shipping purposes and all that stuff. So it's just a time-consuming process. But yeah, it is. It's up and it'll be up and ready to go probably Wednesday or Thursday this week.
All right, cool. So anything else you want to say before I let you go?
I think that's it, man. I think we covered a pile.
Pretty much everything. Well, I want to thank you once again, Brian Quinn, guitarist from FosterChild, FosterChild Music, MySpace.com, and FosterChildRocks.com. And go check them out. Fucking killer band, and you'll like them. Regardless of what type of music you're into, you're going to like them, because I did. So we're going to finish up right now with Hunger Strike, the cover off Independence Day with Hugo helping out on vocals. And Brian, once again, I want to thank you for hanging out. And
thank you, brother. It was my pleasure. Anytime.
And I hope to talk with you in the future. And
yes, sir.
Right now, Hunger Strike from FosterChild on the Sicko Show, Hard Rock Radio Live.
I don't mind stealing bread from the mouths of decadence, but I can't feed on the powerless when my cup's already overfilled. Yeah, but it's on the table.